Howdy guys, in today's video of FlexiSTARTER we're going to be looking at entering and editing text. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and also we have daily updates. Otherwise, back in the program here. Now just a quick reminder that this is going to be part 2 of our mini-series working with text, as the mini-series was getting a bit long, so I'd rather break it in 2 parts. Now in this part 2, a lot of what we're going to be looking at is it's going to be some basic text editing, and some is going to be a bit more advanced, but it's not so much anymore working with the paragraphs and stuff like that. So now in today's video, we're going to be looking at entering or adding and editing text. Now, if you're used to working with text and that, you might be familiar with most of these methods, but there might also be one or two things which you may be not too comfortable with or are familiar with. Otherwise, if we head right into it now, obviously to edit text, you will need your text tool selected, which will be here on our main toolbar on the left. You can simply just hit T or click it there. Then wherever you click or whichever text you click, we'll be able to edit it. Now, obviously, if you click anywhere else on the canvas, it will add new text. So now today we're going to be looking at the actual editing here. So then if you wanted to, let's say, add more text, you can always click where you want to add it. Then we can just simply type it in there. Then we have the new text. But let's say for some reason, like here, you want to put text there, but you actually clicked here. You can simply just use your arrow keys on your keyboard, right and left, to navigate to where you actually want it, and you can start from there. So that is something to keep in mind. So you can simply click where you want to start adding text, or you can use your arrow keys and navigate to the exact point. Then next up, we've got selecting. So what we can do is you can simply click with your left mouse button, hold, and you drag what you want to select. Another way we can do that is let's say we in front of this word or behind it, we keep shifting. Then with the arrow keys, we navigate to the right or left to select anything in front of or behind that word. That is another way we can go about selecting. You can also simply double click words, then it will select the whole word plus one spacing. So if you don't want the space, I would recommend using something like click and drag. Otherwise you can just double click and then I can remove that. Now there's also another way to select, and that is for using your home and end keys on your keyboard. If you look on most keyboards, on top of your arrow keys, there's buttons called home and end. Now this might vary if you're on a laptop, then maybe it's located elsewhere, but in general with a normal QWERTY type keyboard, it will be on top of your arrow keys. So what you can do is the home and end, if you just use it by itself, home will go to the beginning of the sentence, end will go to the end of it if you press it. So now if you keep that in mind, we can for instance go, let's say by the end, if we keep shift in and we go home, it will select everything from that point all the way to the home. Likewise, if we had to put behind editing text, keep shifting and press end, it will select everything behind or everything from the point of selection to the end of the line. So that is also something to keep in mind. And then lastly, we've got Ctrl A. This is also one of those shortcut keys which I would say get familiar with, seeing that it is quite universal through most programs. So if we want to select all the text, we can simply just, with our text selected, we go Ctrl plus A. It will select everything for us. So this is great if you want to make a copy of it or delete everything to redo it. Then Ctrl A is definitely the way to go. And then just a note on the home and end. There's a great way if you want to remove an entire line. You can obviously left click and drag it, but Sometimes what's easier, if you get comfortable with your shortcuts, you just click in the beginning, go shift plus end, and you've got your entire line, so you can remove that. But otherwise, that is it on entering and editing text. There's quite a few ways to go about it, but you'll notice that the more you use it, the more familiar you'll get. And like I said, most of these principles are universal through programs that work with text. But yeah, otherwise, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice here we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. And also you can isolate your search here on the top right. If you do not, however, find the video you're looking for, you can always go here, request a training video, and then we'll make that video for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.